Hello and welcome to a Smurpy video, and today we are looking at Super 7 Ultimate Power Rangers. In particular, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tyrannosaurus Dinozord. Yes, that's right. I just wanted to show you this to show you that it comes in this really cool box to protect it, etc. So if you do decide that you're not going to have it on the shelf, or you're a mint box collector, you can keep this safe somewhere else. And yes, I'm grunting while struggling to get this out. On the back, you have this beautiful thing on here. Front, you have this beautiful power coin and this beautiful sort of electrical sort of power stuff between it. There, Ultimates. That's what series it is. And if I lift this up gently, like every other Super 7 figure, we finally have it. And this is a bigger box than I was actually expecting. But there we have it in all its glory. So let's get out Tyrannosaurus Dinozord and have a closer look. Here we have him out of his packaging. Now, I've just got him sort of standing up sort of a little bit more straight than normal, just so you can see what sort of height we're talking about. And I will compare him obviously to the Zap Tyrannosaurus so you can see the different things. But this figure needs to be treated for what it is. This is a single Zord that we know is not going to be able to combine to create the Megazord. That is not its purpose. Its purpose is to give you a beautiful looking figure to go on your set in this one mode. That's it. It's that simple. Obviously, a very expensive figure, but looking at him from the outside, he does look very nice. Now, he does have on the back the classic Megazord talons popping out, which does look very cool, and beautiful artwork there. And then just all the way around, the paintwork feels very sort of matte, and the details on there, you can see some really nice details even underneath the tail. They've gone out. You got Super 7 there as well, and you just look at the feet, how that looks. He is a big figure, so I'm sorry if I'm not giving you the best views of him. So, and then you got obviously the front, and then it just looks very nice. Don't get me wrong, as soon as I got it, I gave this a little tug. Yeah, it's certainly not designed to be for a Megazord, etc. So you can get him into this sort of pose here, etc., where he's like, "Arr, arr," and then the tail sort of acts as the balance piece, etc. There we go. And then, first of all, he comes with these claws. Now, the annoying thing is they could have easily given some articulation to these claws very simply, but they haven't. So you've got this sort of closed hand here with his thing under there, like so. And then you can just... I hate popping these things off. I do worry that I'm going to break the whole damn thing. And then, apologies, I'm not my camera. Okay, I don't usually say this on screen, but what the actual fuck? This is a fucking disaster, man. An absolute fucking disaster. I'm usually quite careful with how I put hands, etc., and so forth on with figures. And yeah, I've only got this to actually change out these hands, etc. However, all I did was pull on this, and the whole bloody peg just snapped, man. I can't even get it out. You can see where I've tried in there, much to my dismay, much to something that would... I really hate doing something like that, but I thought even if I get it out, I could at least carry on with the review and do it. But I can't even carry on with this review. I'm going to have to pick it up later on. So if you're watching this, this could be months down the line before I even do this, because I've had to reach out to the Super 7 customer service to say, look, I've got one of your products and this has just happened. Now, this is my worry now. I'm really nervous about the other reviews that I'm going to be doing on these figures, because I've already got one that's damaged, and I've only had a peg snap on me before, and that was Ranger Slayer 30, and that's because they added a screw in before. If they there were always pegs that I didn't like anyway. I always commented on them every time I reviewed them, but this screw made the tension so big that just snapped on me. So yeah, frustrating time. So now I debate, do I even... I was really excited about Super 7. I thought this was going to be the premium of Power Rangers, and I was going to keep these. But now I'm actually saying, do you know what? For all the slagging off we do with Hasbro, I've never broken one of their figures at all. You know, 20 quid figure. This is a 50 quid figure. This is a lot of money. And to have that happen is quite very frustrating. Very frustrating. Anyway, I've done my rant bit. Hopefully in a second you'll see me just carrying on with the review. I hope that's the intention anyway. So after the shocking break off the hand, Super 7 kindly sent me a replacement. I'm still traumatized by the whole thing, and I generally wasn't expecting it. I started... This was the first Super 7 that I started to review, and obviously it went to pieces quite quickly. I'm not going to change any other hands in this review, just so I'm clear, because I'm not risking it. And to be honest with you, I'm not interested in Super 7 now. That makes sense. Here he is next to his little friend. Gosh, this is the Zap Megazord Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can really see the difference in terms of how skinny he looks. He looks quite pathetic next to this old beast. And he's got the tiniest hands, man. Oh, I don't know what they were thinking with these things. They're just awful, aren't they? I know they've tried to incorporate them into the Megazord mode. Also, when you open up the thing, you've got the Megazord head underneath there, etc. You know, it is, but... You know, and this one obviously doesn't transform compared to this one. But I feel like if this was this size, would that have been such a bad thing? I don't feel like the body was... in terms of the Megazord, it's just lanky and skinny, isn't it? Let's be honest. So, and obviously this is a much better paint job. This is just stunning in terms of paint job, etc. But it does have the advantage of not being a transformer. That is the great thing about this, and this is why you could easily buy Super 7 Dinozords just to be there as the Dinozords, if that makes sense. You could easily do that and not be bothered, because it does look good from that perspective. I would prefer to have this, you know, on a display than this in this mode. This will always be Megazord mode, because it just looks like... just doesn't look as good in Tyrannosaurus mode, whereas this one does. So I can't honestly, I can't remember how long ago where I got to in my review, except whether I did articulation or anything. But you know, he does have some really nice movements as well. There is articulation. And oh God, you see, I'm terrified of these hands now. So it's got some nice range of movements on him in terms of that. And like I said, the paint job is what makes this figure good. If you're going to buy this, you need to treat it as it is. This is something that goes on your shelf and looks absolutely stunning, not something to be trifled with or perhaps manipulated with. You get it into that right pose, and then that is it. Looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, here is the red Tyrannosaurus Rex next to Billy the Blue Ranger. I would have had the Red Ranger out, however, unfortunately, well, there's loads of stuff in front of my toy cupboard, so I can't even get in there. So you have to do with Billy, I'm afraid. This collection also comes with a beautiful red power coin, which looks very, very nice. I have no idea if it's compatible with anything, but it certainly feels like die cast in terms of when Bandai released the Power Ranger Morphers, and those Power Ranger Morphers were absolutely stunning. I regret selling them back in the day. And he also comes with two little Red Rangers, one calling him and one just looking very, well, very, very like you. Hey, stop wasting my time. Hey, I need you. so to speak. So other than the mishap with the hands, which I'm still very, very cautious of, and hence why I'm not showing you every other hands, it comes with 2 other sets of them. This is a beautiful looking Tyrannosaurus Rex, based on the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Tyrannosaurus Rex. It does look absolutely gorgeous, has some really beautiful detail. If it wasn't for that unfortunate break, maybe I would have been a bit different in some of my decision making, but I've decided that Super 7s aren't not for me in terms of Power Rangers. However, I will still review them, I will still buy them and do that stuff, etc., but I will not be keeping them. And hey, these things take up a lot of storage. If you're investing in these, prepare to have a lot of room taken up by these things, etc. And room is not something that I actually have much off these days. I'm hoping one of my kids moves out. Of course, that's a long way off, and then I can take over one of those rooms. That's my plan. Anyway, hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Really appreciate that. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And thank you to everybody that is subscribed, and embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.